Empire State Building.
This is really special because I think that the last time that we were running around was like 11 years ago.
Wow.
We were, getting slimed on numerous occasions. We're going to bring that up. And it was the beginning of something that the world has grasped. I think I said that right, or am I getting tongue-tied here? Grasped onto the Thundermans. It has been. It has been grasped. We got Kira and Jack in the building. Welcome to Z100, guys.
Thanks for having us.
It's Thundermans Returns. This is, some years later since you all were little tater tots, so to say. But now to grow with this story, to have a full-fledged movie be out, what's it like to be a part of, to be a Thunderman?
It's great, man. I mean, it's our home. It feels like homecoming. It's been like a big family reunion. It's just been really special and emotional and surreal, and that was my phone.
It's been all the things.
Yeah. It took us a couple of days when we got back on set of just being like, are we dreaming? Like, is this real? Because we never thought we would get to go back in time like that. And then once we all clicked in on day like 3 or 4, it was like no time had ever passed. And then we were just like, let's do this for 10 more years.
Dude, so as you think about where you once were when you were first starting this journey, did you envision that we would be sitting here at this place and time and still watching so many families congregate around the TV to watch what you all do as a TV family?
Yeah, not at all. I think to us it was always so special, and we hoped that it was the same for everybody else, but now 10 years after the original first episode aired, or 10 years or something like that, to be coming back, it really does show us that it really was special to people. And I never thought that we'd get to touch these characters again, and it was just so much fun. We have so much love for each other on set, and so many first experiences being a teenager, running around Paramount Studios. I mean, it was the closest thing we had to a high school.
Totally. Yeah.
That it's like a big high school reunion.
So as you made your first open to the house, we saw that documented on social media, and those feelings are true. They are real. They are heartfelt.
It's not a crazy video.
That was like one of the things that tugged on every single heartstring. So put it into words if you can. What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was really, I keep describing it as like that dream that you have as an adult where you're back in high school.
Yeah.
And you're like, how did I get here? I don't know my locker combination. Like, what's going on? It just was super surreal. And, that living room set especially, like, just means so much to us because we lived a lot of our real life there in addition to the show. Like, we would hang out there when we were rehearsing. Like,
we'd eat lunch in there.
We'd eat lunch
really?
there. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
where we chilled.
I said in that video, I was like, I was sitting there when I graduated high school. I was sitting there when I, got broken up with by my first boyfriend. Like, Jack was sitting there when he finished school. And
did the water really run out the faucets? Was there like
no?
Okay, I was just
the kitchen
it's like
wasn't
that
functional. The food
scene
was all
in
super
Fresh
fake.
Prince. He's like, if we so rich, why ain't we got no ceiling? It's like literally like that.
Yeah.
But you did have real experiences in that living room, and now to step foot back and to see everyone again, was it just instant click back to, here we are. We're here. I know how Diego does things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we hadn't all been in the same room ever. I
In
don't
6
think.
years.
Yeah. In that amount of time. But it was very much just slipping into things. I mean, like Kira said, it took a couple of days to set in. It was surreal. I mean, walking into that living room, like to know that it was completely destroyed. They rebuilt it.
Yeah.
It's
so impressive.
Yeah, and it was a testament to like how much it means to people, and we knew it was happening for a little over a year, but then to really step on set, have our scripts in hand and everyone be there, and we had this really awesome table read right in the middle of the living room with these, 3 like kind of, 3-sided,
like picnic tables,
Picnic
adjoining
tables,
at the corners,
It was almost like a full circle. It was just a lot of people and a lot of people watching, and the energy when we really started in on the script was just so good, and everyone was so happy. And we have our creator Jed Spingarn, who's so brilliant, and the movie is, people will see that it feels new and contemporary in a lot of awesome ways, but it's also like our show. It's the same. The tone is the same. You know, we wanted to make something that the fans are gonna really connect to and feel like is theirs. You know.
So where are Max and Phoebe now? You know, in 2024. You know, I mean, without giving away spoilers to anyone who hasn't seen it yet, you guys are tripping if you haven't already. At the stroke of midnight, been checking the Thundermans Return on Paramount Plus. But like, where are we now in our lives?
Causing chaos, as always. No, you know, Max and Phoebe at the end of season 4 of the original series took over the Z-Force, turned it into the T-Force, and we're kind of going off to be crime fighters, which is cool because the show, like, it is a superhero show, but it really is about family at its core. But we left them going to start this adventure of really being like full-time out and about superheroes. And so when the movie starts, Max and Phoebe have been running the T-Force for a few years and have taken it really, really seriously and gotten like a little obsessed with their jobs.
Okay. Yeah, Max in particular has gotten obsessed with kind of being famous. Yeah. You know, he's obsessed with his Maximillions of followers.
Yeah, dude.
And
just
like me.
You know
art imitating life, imitating art. Exactly. And that is a big arc for my character. You know, it's so cool to play a character on Nickelodeon that really has gone a lot of places. You know, in season 1 and 2, I was evil, and then I kind of, you know, became good.
I had a problem with that, being a Max over here. And I'm telling you, man, and when it was an evil Max energy that was coming through the television screen, bro, I tell you, there were a lot of people that really questioned my I was like, nah, man.
Well, he was just the black sheep of the family, and slowly throughout the years of the show, you know, there were certain episodes that would kind of center around these things would just chip away at this armor that Max had, you know, put around himself, and he realized that he was supposed to be a superhero. And so in the movie, he's so obsessed with being a superhero, he's so obsessed with being famous that he sort of loses track of why he became a superhero in the first place, and that's something that he kind of has to deal with throughout the term of the movie.
Dude, I want to ask this question. Putting on the suit, you know, and I'm sure you guys have gotten this question a few times along this press run, but gosh, man, is there a sense of superpower that overcomes Kira or Jack when you put on that suit and you're like, yeah, damn, this feels good.
100%.
Yeah, I look dope.
Yeah.
I could fly. I could run. Does it feel that way?
The new suits, definitely.
Yeah.
Because they're a little thicker, a little sturdier. You feel like you've got some armor on. The original suits felt a little bit like fancy underwear, but, you know, I'm sure Superman feels the same way, you know?
Well, even the originals were reconstructed for the movie, and they were a little bit nicer.
A little bit more comfortable, we definitely, like, redesigned the super suits to be physically and emotionally more comfortable, which was really, really nice.
I want to swing into a little bit what you guys have been able to do in your time away from the Thundermans family. I mean, music and travel and just becoming people. Yeah, like how special was it to learn some of those core values around some, you know, entertainers and set family members and take those into your real life and grow and have that time away to really get to know who Jack and Kira are, and then bring this back into a different version of Max and Phoebe for this particular chapter of the Thundermans book.
I mean, we needed it.
Yeah.
Like you was just saying this yesterday, like you're a little stunted when you work on a TV show all day, every day from 14 to 20. Like the lines between you and this character get very blurry, and you don't have any time to like, I didn't, you know, learn how to cook, learn how to do my laundry. Like, I didn't have any friends outside of the show. Like, I didn't have any relationships outside of the show. It was all in that universe. And so in some ways, like, you're very ahead because you have, like, a full-time job and you're, like, responsible for 200 people.
You're
like,
filling out, you know,
W-2s
tax forms.
at 15 years old. Yeah,
exactly.
I have 2 corporations in my name at 15. But then you leave and you realize you haven't actually learned how to be a person yet. So I think we both had a lot of, like, catching up to do and growing up to do when the show ended, and we both took that pretty seriously, and we went our separate ways. We didn't even see each other for many years, just going and like building our own worlds and our own friendships and like lives and homes.
For sure.
So it was really fun to get to come back together and like share all of that as new people.
Is music still a thing that the both of you are, you know, hoping to, you know, swing back into a little bit? And you know what I mean? Aside from this, as you grow and continue to find who you are, is that still a passion? Is it going to continuously be acting? Is it going to be the both of you guys left to go to culinary school and it's going to be like the, you know, the next ideation of the bear? You know what I mean?
Listen, I'm doing a lot of pottery these days. I might just open a ceramic shop. I'm doing a lot of crochet. I might just start selling sweaters. sweaters. Who knows?
What about you? Yeah, what up, Jack? I mean, what's in your heart, man, for what's next, or what's aside from being Max?
I'm just a performer, man.
Yeah.
You know, I love music. I love acting. I want to do them both. I'm writing music with my band, Kid Baron. I'm going to acting class all the time, and performing around LA. We had our first tour last year over the East Coast in November, and that was sweet.
Yeah, and that was another thing, man, because I've been a fan. I've been a family member for a little bit, and you've been up and down my coast a few times doing the music thing, and I've yet to see a show. Can we change that the next time?
You gotta come.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to.
There's a couple things on the table this year. We'll see. I'll let you know.
All right, that's dope, dude. Let's swing back to, before we wrap things up here, about the fandom and about how amazing it is to not only connect with those who get to see the TV show and the movie here in the States, but globally.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got some mutual friends. I've heard some stories about like Comic Cons in South America.
We just went to Brazil. For
yeah,
crazy,
you know what I mean.
It was nuts.
Being in places like like the UK and Europe and
Italy goes really hard.
Italy
for
goes
Thundermans.
hard.
Yeah.
How special does that feel to know that you two are connecting, doing what you love to do most through these characters, and you're touching the lives of so many young people, young and old people, across the globe, where English isn't even their first language in some places.
Yeah, it's super special. It's always fun when an international fan is like, "Oh, you speak English," because they've been like hearing the dubbed voice,
dubbed
and they
voice.
just assume I speak their language.
Have you ever met, real quick before you go on, have you ever met your dub actor?
No,
No.
I would love to.
That would be cool.
I want to get in a room with all of our.
They always
voice
do
dubs
so
from every
well.
country.
Yeah,
It
like
just
some of
looks.
it's
It
kind of
sounds
like on
great.
They're very
yeah.
impressive. Apparently, once my mom was somewhere in some other country, and she heard the Thundermans on the hotel TV in another country, and she was able to recognize that it was somebody doing an impression of me, even though it was in a different language, because like the cadence matched so well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's really special. I mean, one of the things about Thundermans that's always been so special to us is that it does capture, especially with the movie and coming back, a really wide audience. And like one of the things that was really important to us, like especially getting to work behind the scenes as an executive producer and like help build up the project that way, was to make sure that we were really making all of the fans feel seen. So that meant like the old fans who are in their mid-20s now, like we are, who loved the original series and are there for the nostalgia, and then the new fans who made the show go huge on streaming in 2021, who are kind of the reason that we got to do this movie in the first place.
Sweet.
And they don't even know any time has passed at all. So it was like we wanted to lean into the nostalgia, but also pick up like we never left, and also make something that new fans who have never even heard of us would maybe enjoy.
Yeah.
So I think we hit a good balance between those three. I'm excited for people to see it.
Lastly, I want to ask, how proud are you of the young man and young woman you are in this position now, of yourselves, to know that you've navigated, the child actor, the Hollywood world, that you continue to stay true to your beliefs, to stay strong, and to stay driven? How proud are you of yourself to be in this position right now? And damn it, sitting at the world famous Z100.
Oh,
Let's
man,
talk about that.
Z100 was my alarm clock every morning from 5th to 7th grade. Elvis Duran would wake me up on my little rodeo
He still
clock.
might be around here. We got to make sure we say what up to
I'm
Elvis.
gonna geek if he's here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, thank you for waking me up at 6:45 every morning. That'll be crazy.
How proud are you of yourselves to be here right now?
Very,
proud.
very much so.
I feel like I'm the most proud, weirdly, of not even the things I've done, but like the decisions I've made to pivot.
Yes.
Because it's really scary to walk away from something. I quit acting for a while and was like, great, music full time, and then I took a break from that to go, okay, let me see what it feels like to be a digital creator and like work fully in content creation, and then to leave and to come back to this Thundermans world, which was really scary. And now, like, moving forward, I so caught the bug working behind the scenes. I want to produce more. I want to direct more. Like, he's gonna like be the next big actor in front of the camera, movie star.
Oh, we
I'm
know.
gonna be like directing everything.
We already know.
behind the scenes. And, like,
We already know that.
I think so. The other thing is like, and I think you feel the same way. I would hope. I feel like we both sort of had something missing for these last 6 years, and you just kind of have to sweep that under the rug of like, we did this thing, we're proud of it, it was beautiful, but like, you can't go home, like you can't live in that forever. That was a thing we did, and we have to find joy elsewhere, and we did a pretty good job of it. But I don't think I realized until we came back on set like how much this particular project and world means to me, and I feel like I've healed a lot of myself and like found myself again through doing this project.
That's
which
so
is very,
precious
very
to
special.
hear, dude. Like,
cool.
Seriously, man. Because I'm telling you, vividly in my mind, I remember the very first time that we had the chance with the Nickelodeon family to work and do something. And I think it was a kickoff party to the Kids' Choice Awards. And I remember being at the mall. We were doing some sliming stuff, and I got to see the very beginning parts of the Thundermans with like you and your dad. And I think Pop was there, and we were just like, this is going to be something special. And just to know that this was the journey that you were going to embark on, and to see that here we are now, still smiling, still happy, still feeling like we need to, chase that little bug down the way there to be a part of something that really means something in our hearts.
Feeling like we're hoping people watch the movie so we can make more.
There we go.
Please.
So, we're here with it. Paramount Plus, Nickelodeon, you know what you got to do. The Thundermans return. It's here. Before we go, shout out to anybody and everybody that you haven't had the opportunity to say hi to in any one of your interviews or whatever. Go for it.
You just gave a shout out to my dad. He's going to love that. Shout out Denny Kosarin, real G.
Just shout out to the Thundermans Nation, the fans, the rest of the cast, the crew. Like we said, we love it so much, and when you are doing anything that intense as a child, like child acting, child athlete, like you jump ahead, but you also fall behind, and to get to come back as more fully realized people and give even more to these characters, like we never thought we'd be able to do it. And it's just a testament to what we created, and we want to keep making people happy through Thundermans.
Shout out to our crew who worked their asses off for nine shoot days. We filmed a 70-minute movie.
Oh my god!
Everyone was on.
Yeah, that's insane.
10. It was a crazy few weeks of filming. So shout out to everybody on our crew who just absolutely crushed it. It was really impressive.
Well, there it is. Again, Thundermans return, Paramount Plus, Nickelodeon. We got Jack Griffo and Kira Kosarin in here. Max and Phoebe, I love you to pieces, and this is going to be a friendship that's going to continue on. All right, y'all?
Thanks, bro. Thanks for
There it is. Round of applause, please, for my fans.